to pages 194, 195. What type of genre do we have this week? Go ahead, Elias. Is the door cracked? Trinity?
Biography.
A biography. Have we had biography as a genre before? No. Well, let's look at page 200, I believe. At the genre page. So biography is a story of a real person's life written by another person. It usually presents events in chronological order, and we've seen that word before. Chronological means in order as it is happening. And it also may include text features. Just looking at the first 2 pages here, do you see text features? Trinity's shaking her head yes. I don't hear anyone answering though.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. What is this text feature right here called? A heading. Yeah. What about this one?
Picture.
A picture. Yeah. So this is going to be full of text features. All right. Let's go ahead and look back at page 194. I have papers falling out here. Can I get a friend to read the essential question? Go ahead, Kimora.
How can one person make a difference?
How can one person make a difference? And it says, read about how one person decided to take a stand. CJ, do you think someone taking a stand is someone making a difference? Sort of. Yeah. Maybe by taking a stand, they're trying to make a difference? What do you all think about that? Ooh, we are asleep today.
Yes. Yes.
We need to wake up. All right, well, let's have Wonders read this first page to us, and then I'll read the next page.
Judy Bond's 6-year-old grandson stood in a creek in West Virginia. He held up a handful of dead fish and asked, "What's wrong with these fish?" All around him, dead fish floated belly up in the water. That day became a turning point for Judy Bonds. She decided to fight back against the coal mining companies that were poisoning her home. Marfork, West Virginia. The daughter of a coal miner, Julia Judy Bonds, was born in Marfork, West Virginia in 1952. The people of Marfork had been coal miners for generations because coal mining provided people with jobs. Coal gave people the energy they needed to light and warm their homes. But Marfork wasn't just a place where coal miners lived. Marfork was home to a leafy green valley, or holler, surrounded by the Appalachian Mountains on every side. Judy's family had lived in Marfork for generations. Judy grew up there swimming and fishing in the river. She raised a daughter there. Mountaintop Removal Mining. An energy company came to Marfork in the 1990s. It began a process called Mountaintop Removal Mining. Using dynamite, the company blew off the tops of mountains to get at the large amounts of coal underneath. The process was quicker than the old method of digging for coal underground, but it caused many problems. Whole forests were destroyed. Judy Bonds spoke out against mountaintop removal mining.
All right, let's chat about what we just read on that page before we move on. In that first paragraph, how does describing what happened to the creek right at the beginning support how the author feels about strip mining, about that mountaintop removal mining? How does, let me rephrase that one more time. How does the author giving us that description, how does it let us know that the author feels the same That's Judy. Go ahead and chat about that with your table.
Is there deadfish? No.
Oh, I only hear one table chatting. So how does what the author describes right here in this first paragraph let us know how they're feeling about Finland? Real thinking here.
Blowing up the rocks. Making dynamite releases a lot of chemicals and then
But how does the author let you know how they are feeling and thinking about
because then they just start poisoning the pond and then the bed.
yeah, so just the description. Zip, zippity zoo, Bob.
Papa.
Would anyone like to share out what you talked about with your table members? Ryan.
The dynamite pollutes the air.
Did they mention the dynamite in that first paragraph?
No.
We were just looking at that first paragraph. The author does mention the dynamite later on this page. We were just focusing on that first paragraph. Brian, what were you thinking?
So when her grandson stood in the creek and had the fisherman's hand saying what was wrong with them,
Yeah.
and then when he said trees fighting back against the coal mining companies that are poisoning your home,
Yes.
I think the way that the author describes it and kind of puts it in text, it helps us understand how the author feels about this coal mine.
Yes. Would you all say that the author is agreeing with Judy on how she feels about deciding to fight back?
Yes.
Yes. Just based off what we've read so far. You need to stop doing that. I feel as though the author, like Brian was saying, with that describing of the dead fish, and Yanni mentioned this as well when I stopped by her table, like the author really helps us visualize, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Or he. It doesn't say. And that's not our skill this week. That's not our comprehension strategy this week, but we've had that one the last 2 weeks. So it's not that we forget about a strategy or skill. We retain that in our brain, and we're still using those strategies and skills. All right, let's look at that second paragraph, the Marfork, West Virginia paragraph. I want you to chat with your table about how you would paraphrase the information in that second paragraph. I want to remind you that paraphrasing helps us to better understand what we are reading about when we rephrase something in our own words. That's paraphrasing. We take those words in, chew them up, but we spin them out in our own way, right? Okay. So chat with your table, maybe even do a quick reread of that second paragraph, and then chat about how you would paraphrase it, how you would restate it in your own words. I'll give you about 2 minutes.
Julia was found was the daughter of a miner and she was born in 1952. The people where Julia have been miners for the last generation because mining coal could provide people with jobs and energy. But where Judy lives wasn't where a place coal miners actually were just.
All right. Do I have any volunteers who would like to share your paraphrasing? I heard Neil doing a good job. Anybody else? Come on, be brave. Challenge yourself. Only Neil. All right, Neil, what do you think?